Hey everyone, Nubkeks here and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I've got a really cool game for you here today. Excuse me, just gotta record this one. I was playing with a bunch of dudes, really nice guys that invited me to their party. You recognize some of the names in this game if you've been playing before. But from the Lunara video we did at the start of September, we had Fear over here, and he was the one who invited me in. And then everyone else, apart from Missalot, is in our party. Hey, what do you know? We jumped into the draft, and who was it? Well, hey, it's Missalot, player I've played with before. And yeah, it's funny, you get to know these names and these players at like sort of the high levels, like Grandmaster sort of level. And you get to recognize some names. And when you run into those people in the game, you're like, alright, sweet, great, I know that they're going to play good, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, really nice person to run into on top of your 4-man team in an unranked draft, that's for sure. We got a pretty nice game for you here though. As you can see, the enemy team is running the Auriel Cho'gall combo. They even have Master Skin on the Cho'gall. That's a little bit scary. Very powerful combo that I ran with another one of my friends, Cliction, plus Roger. We ran the three of them, those heroes together, and we had a ton of success with it and found it to be extremely powerful and dominant. So we're going to see how we can do facing up against it today. It was a draft, and they drafted it very well. They got to pick it up. They were the first few picks, so they got to pick it up as their last two picks. And then the only counter pick we had was Missalot, and he went for Chromie because he wanted to play Chromie, or she, I don't know. Either would. Anyway, here we are in the lane, and I am playing Muradin. So this should be a lot of fun. Muradin is a really fun hero. He's like, in my mind, he's perhaps like the warrior. He's the archetype of what makes a warrior a warrior. I would say someone like Johanna is, she's like the tankiest tank. Then you've got ETC, who's like the crowd controliest tank. Muradin is a really nice mix of being super survivable, also being able to be a bit aggressive and kind of dive and do a bit of damage, and be crowd controlling as well. And yeah, he does everything warriors do. He does it all, and he's pretty much always been one of the top warriors in the entire game. He's really, really nice. Gonna be a little bit tough to survive, obviously, against what the enemy team can throw out at us. They have a Zagara for the range damage, and they have Greymane as sort of a melee assassin, bringing a bit of burst damage. But yeah, and Towers of Doom as well, which is going to be an interesting map. I'd say it could be a little bit difficult for the enemy team to rotate around the map. We've got Brightwing with a global presence on top of that. Whereas they're obviously down a body, down a hero, because they're running Cho'gall. So yeah, it should make for a pretty cool game. And very, very high level game too, so there we go. As you see, we're channeling this. Jump on top. This Greymane has gone in to try to interrupt. He's going to regret that. We burst him down with our CC and the Chromie damage. And he is gone. Goodbye, Greymane. It's unfortunate for him that he just slightly mistimed the interrupt right there and paid the price for it. We go in hoping to get an interrupt as well. And we're also just that little bit too late. Explain the main changes. But we're going to be able to make a timely retreat, it looks like. And we should be fine. It looks like Thrall has secured bottom shrine for himself against the Zagara. Oh no, he's not secured it yet, but Sergeant Hammer has arrived. He sort of out-rotated the enemy team to this one. Sergeant Hammer zoning off that Zagara, you can see down to the bottom, and Thrall picks it up. So really nice. At this point I'm going to come up and soak, and yeah, we'll see how things go. Muradin, in comparison to other warriors, he's pretty bad at solo laning, so we're not going to stay here for long. But we'll just stay and we'll do our bit. Soak up the XP, and hopefully we'll be able to rotate away. We should have some sort of rotational advantage on a map like this, considering they've got Cho'gall. Yeah, we'll see how things go. You see him up against the Greymane. So I'm kind of happy to do a little bit of damage to him, because just inherently from my trait, I'm going to heal back up a lot of the damage that he does, whereas he won't be able to heal up the damage that he takes. However, I will run out of mana before he does, most likely. I also have got block at level 1, excuse me. I picked up block in this game, specifically for the Greymane, also for the Cho, because they both hit pretty damn hard. So I decided block would be the thing to go for here. And then I picked up Thunderburn at level 4, which makes your Thunderclap strike twice, strikes a second time. It's really fantastic, really has a nice synergy with his talents later on in the game. And there at level 7, pick up Ironforge Momentum. And yeah, I think this is a fairly standard talent build. Level 1, you can kind of mix it up with any of the talents. I think they're all pretty good. I think here at level 4, though, I really like the Thunderburn, because with your level 13 talents, it's going to have super synergy that you're going to see. And then Ironforge Momentum, I also really like. It lets you get off more everythings, basically. Unfortunately, a little bit of counter synergy right there. We do pick up the kill on the Greymane in the end. My stun preventing him from walking into Chromie's Chromie's Dragon's Breath right there. But we pick it up regardless. And there you go, it's pretty nice. So at this point, yeah, I'm just going to Hearthstone myself and Thrall. We came into the top lane and the altar spawn in the bottom lane. Not going to be too big of a deal. Going to get back. We wanted to go back anyway for mana. We're both pretty much out. And yeah, we've got about a level lead here. And we are up 4 shots on the core. I was just checking out the builds right here. I was wondering if Brightwing had Bribe for this particular game. Seeing as she's kind of lingering up top. She's actually just soaking, which is fantastic. Our teammates just pick off the Cigar before we even arrive. Going to jump in right here as well. Going to help get some damage down on this Cho'Gall. Being pretty aggressive. Thrall comes in and bursts the Auriel really, really hard. Going to jump in on top of that and finish her off with the jump in. Unfortunately, I missed my Stormbolt, which means that Thrall dies. He might have died anyway, but basically secures and ensures his death. Here we go, being able to zone out this Cho'Gall now. We're channeling on the altar. You can see him just investigating that. That Stormbolt misses too. We had the knockback from Sergeant Hammer coming in. And there you go. There's actually quite a lot of knockbacks are going to be in this game, which is going to make my life a little bit difficult. A little bit of a hop there on the creep tumor, just to get rid of it. You'll have noticed as well, I'm doing a lot of clearing the creep tumors. Very important to do when you're against Zagara to maintain good creep control if possible. If she gets to spread her creep everywhere, she becomes super dominant, gives so much vision, so much map control, and gives her movement speed and everything on top of it. And then later on, if she picks Nidus, I think she does go for Nidus in this game as well. When she gets Nidus Network, it can be pretty scary. Here you go, I actually see Greymane. I wasn't sure if there was anyone else there at the time when I spotted him right there. So unfortunately I wasn't able to go in. He obviously saw me coming over the creep. That's the advantage I was talking about with the creep, giving vision. But yeah, I mean, I could have jumped on top of it and stolen it away. But it was just like that little bit too much of a risk, not quite knowing where the enemy team was. And yeah, just that split second delay to check the map and just check that there's no one else there. And that means we missed that. Come in here for a gank on the Cho'Gall. You can see he's getting a huge speed boost. That's the Gall hurry up oaf speed boost coming in, and then with his Q to dash away, he just runs the entire lane and gets away from 4 of us. So very nice escape from him. Not much we can do about that. But yeah, certainly I believe Cho picks up the Twilight Hammer, which gives him a knockback. Auriel has a knockback. Hammer has her knockback on our team. But certainly it's going to be pretty difficult to you know, body block. I'm going to try my best in this game. But you'll see there's a few times you get a nice body block and then we get knocked back. Or Cho'Gall can also do the charge they do. It's like a power slide. It goes through heroes. So you'll be able to charge through them and get away. Stuff like that. But yeah, you'll see how we work around it in this game. And whether it succeeds or fails horribly, I don't know. We'll find out. Here we go. Anyway, the enemy team has just about hit level 10. We had quite a nice advantage for a while there. I picked up Avatar at level 10, by the way. I think it is the best one overall. And see what I do against the Cho'Gall. And once again, he just gets away with that massive speed boost. I think, I'm not sure, but I feel like they probably talented into it because he's going really damn fast. Picked up Avatar at level 10. Just nice for that extra tankiness that we could need going into this game. And it also is going to synergize well with the healing static talent we're going to pick up at level 13. I'll talk about that when we get there. See, I'm just zoning out their Auriel and their Zagara right here. Here comes the Avatar, just helping me zone out even more. I'm basically keeping 2 heroes busy. Completely busy, which is fantastic. Our teammates pick off the Greymane to the back. I think Cho'Gall has been low and pushed away as well. Just trying to dodge their damage, do what we can. And nice as Zagara comes in a little bit too greedy and gets killed. Cho'Gall goes down, making that a quad kill. It's a well played team. That's fantastic. Really, really nice work. Poor Wolf Boy was so lost. Yeah, the Greymane definitely seemed to be making quite a lot of mistakes in terms of his positioning in this game. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on there, but that's kind of unfortunate. Anyway, going to pick up healing static right here at level 13. So every time we hit a hero with our Thunderclap, with our W, it's going to heal us for 5% of our maximum health. Now bear in mind that our Thunder Burn talent at level 4, which makes the Thunderclap strike twice, will apply that on each strike. So, for example, let's say we jump into the enemy team, we Thunderclap, we hit 4 heroes, we'd heal for 20% for max health, then Thunderburn strikes again, heal for another 20% for max health. Now that's like an ideal situation. You're rarely going to get that much value out of it, but you'll still get a fair amount. Bear in mind as well that our Avatar Heroic increases our max health. Well, hey, what do you know? We increase our max health, we heal for a ton of our max health. That's a pretty nice combo, right? And it certainly is. It does a lot of work. At this point, that was a misplay from me. Could have caught that Greymane if I just gone in a bit more ham a bit sooner. The leashing on the mercenaries goes a bit wonky. My attack move just makes me run away. But that's okay. We get back in. We grab those mercs. Pretty nice. And Greymane, for whatever reason, decides this is the time to re-engage. And he just gets blown up. Not sure what he was doing. And yeah, here we go. Thrall is up top. Thrall versus Auriel. Thrall will win. And our teammates are pushing in down towards the bottom as well. We got altars spawning too. And this is pretty nice. I'm up against Cho here in this lane. I'm just trying to get some damage down on top of him. Because once again, I should be able to heal it up easier than he will be able to because of, well, my healing static ability, but also my trait, which is going to give me just a ton of healing whenever I haven't taken damage for a little while. You can see we're back up to full health. Well, right wing health, but still, you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Thrall's going in here. You can see the Cho'Gall damage is quite substantial. He gets hurt quite badly. However, Cho'Gall has gone in quite deep right there. They've used their dash or their Q already, their fist already. Unfortunately, I missed my Stormbolt. That's a pretty big mistake. Our teammates have come in. Gonna get some good damage down on this Auriel as she comes around. The Shadow Bolt volley, which is one of the major sources of damage on the enemy team, gets completely wasted defensively. And there you go. With the enemy team this out of position, I figured we've got our altar basically locked down. There's no way they're gonna be able to stop that. So I'm just gonna sit here and keep 2 of their heroes busy. Well, in fact, it's more realistically keeping 3 of them busy. Our teammates pick up the Greymane once again. Definitely the weak link on the enemy team for sure. Unfortunately, Thrall misses the Wolf. I'd say that was well played by the Auriel though. Just nice dodging by her, nice juking. Trying to get a body block in there, but we get knocked back by the Auriel, so we don't get close. I think Cho'Gall would have escaped regardless. Thrall's out of mana. I'm relatively low on mana as well. So at this point, just going to mount up, come around. You see Cho'Gall are actually going in kind of hard here. They've got Auriel with them as well, so scary combo once again coming through. I figured that Cho'Gall is probably dead right there, so I'm going hard on the Auriel instead. We just leave Cho'Gall for our teammates to wrap up, and indeed they do that. So that's something that's kind of important to do, target selection as it were. You know, when you know someone is dead, you don't have to focus them, like go turn your attention to someone else. It's an important part of playing a warrior, it's playing someone like Muradin. So in that situation, for example, we saw the Cho'Gall was dead. We had our 2 damage dealers were right there beside him. He was in that multi-block. He wasn't going to get away. So turned around and focused on the Auriel instead. And by doing so, we pick up the kill not only on the Auriel, not only on the Cho'Gall, but on the Auriel to get 3 kills there. Whereas if we just stayed and focused on the Cho'Gall alone, the Auriel probably would have walked away, and we're going to miss out on a kill. So there you go. Gonna come out of this tunnel. Gonna try gank the Sagara. She does back off and escapes. I picked up Heavy Impact in this game at level 16, by the way. You should probably see me use a little bit. Auriel is here. I'm just going to ignore her. I don't care that she's here. Like, yeah, whatever. The vision kind of bugging out a little bit. The enemy team is here. Again, I've got Dwarf Toss, so I'm feeling pretty damn safe for most of this game. Not too much trouble. But yeah, Heavy Impact, it makes my Dwarf Toss do a stun when it lands. So it's going to help me stun lock people a little bit. I thought that would be the most effective thing to bring into this game. It's going to be really nice against all of the enemy team's heroes, in fact. Not so much Cho'Gall, I guess, but the other 3, it's going to be really nice against them and work well for our teammates. I could have built into give them the axe for a bit more damage, but I thought, hey, we don't actually need that. Here we go. Hello, Sagara. Nice to see you. There's a Heavy Impact comes down. She doesn't expect that. And bam, blam, blam. Get her in the stun lock. Very nice. She dies. Chromie arrives and just bursts her down. Sagara not expecting that Heavy Impact stun, and then the Stormbolt follow up, and she's dead. Does allow Greymane to get a channel off for free. Well, not for free. He allows him to get a channel off for the price of Sagara's life. But that's okay. As a trade we're willing to make, the enemy team is down to now 8 hit points on their core. That's a pretty solid win condition right there. See, I'm just sitting in this bush. Once again, people are calling for a retreat. I'm not in too much trouble though. Thrall arrives, so we're going to go in fairly hard right here. Polymorph comes in from the Brightwing, applying a vulnerability. Nice molten block though, comes out from the Cho'Gall plus the speed boost, and they are able to escape. So the bottom tower has gone down. There's no boss for us to take, but we can certainly pressure the top lane here. We're not going to be able to get back down to the bottom. Sagara will take that back, but it's giving us some nice map pressure for the time being. You can see Sergeant Hammer's using this opportunity to take the siege camp down bottom. So to maybe put in a bit of a counter push after Sagara takes back that tower, and Thrall's pushing in top. The enemy team is looking for a kill on him. Auriel might regret this because we were all here. I think she assumed that we weren't, and she's going to pay with her life. Now in this situation you can see there's no way we're killing the Cho'Gall, so just using my Stormbolt on the Auriel that time to ensure we pick up that kill. And you can see insane damage coming out from Cho right there. Kind of nuts. You can see that's the power of like the avatar plus the healing static, by the way. You can see how I went from being almost dead to being quite healthy, and that's something you can do with this particular hero. Muradin, he can be quite deceptively alive sometimes, is how I would put it. Quite deceptively alive. They think you're dead, they think you're on low health, and you jump in, pop that avatar, throw down the thunderclap and get your healing static off, and just suddenly you're back up to you get a couple of thousand hit points back, and it can be hard to deal with. You can really disrupt what the enemy team thinks it's going to do. It's a really nice baiting playstyle to him. You'll see this whenever you see like really good Muradin players play. I'm talking about like MVP Black Sign or Hong Kono from Tempo Storm. You know, any of those like the top players in the world. They'll do things like they'll jump in with like no health left, thunderclap to get just enough health back to survive the fight. And yeah, it's pretty epic what you're able to do. Oriel out of position right here. This is not looking good for her. Gonna throw down that thunderclap to get her stunned. Greymane has jumped into the side, however, and he does pick up the kill on the Chromie. Now we got the Cho'Gall damage coming out. Thrall was not here, and the enemy team got a nice fight out of that. Thrall now has arrived, though. I'm going in on the Greymane, going to jump on top of him as well. Get the stun with the heavy impact. There we go. Got Stormbolt follow up as well, and 2 basic attacks finish him off, and down he goes. Well, I guess Thrall was there. He would have finished him off with the lightning, but I'm going to take the credit for that anyway. Ha ha. Our teammates are fighting a good fight down bottom. Cho'Gall very close to dead. Lightning from Thrall. Ooh, the wolf dodged by half a centimeter, and there you go. We're going to jump on the Sagara again. We're Muradin. You can't kill Muradin. He's too strong. You can see we jump on this. We don't even care. We're going back in to clear out this. To clear out the creep tumor. We don't care. We're not afraid of nobody. We're Muradin. We're the unkillable king of the game. And there you go. Pretty nice. We're going to grab this altar as well while our teammates chase the enemy. Nice thunderclap to clear up some more of this creep. Just set us up for the next altar phase. And there you go. 4 shots left in the enemy core. This is looking really good. The game isn't over yet. No, not quite yet. Level 20, by the way, just in advance, I will pick up Rewind, in case I don't get to cover it, in case there's anything crazy happening on the map at the time. Rewind is really nice. It's obviously going to synergize really well with Heavy Impact as well. We're going to have a crazy CC burst combo that we can pull off. I think I would have been able to solo this, but nice for Brightwing to come around. There you go, there's a Rewind as well. But yeah, there wasn't really anything happening on the map, so I decided to come do this. Now, take a look at this top lane. Brightwing has just teleported to me. Our teammates have gone in, I think, a little bit too aggressively right here. Cho'Gall has rotated up. They've got the Sagara there for lots and lots of damage. You can see the heroic from Cho'Gall coming out and absolutely melting everyone alive. Insane damage that comes out of that Shadow Bolt Volley. And we lose 2 heroes. That's 60-second death timers. And they're on top of our tower with a huge minion wave. This is looking pretty bad right now. So there you go. We've been winning really hard. But this is what can happen late game in Towers of Doom. Is you lose a couple of heroes, then you lose one of your towers, and then suddenly what you're going to see is you get this big cycle of just losing your structures and then losing the map completely and finding it incredibly difficult to come back. So you can see, for example, right here, our tower's respawning. We're stuck up here. We can't even fight the enemy team at our mid tower. There's too many of them. There's not enough of us. Our heroes are still dead for 20 seconds. The altars are going to activate now as well. You can see our mid tower has gone down. Sagara is absolutely annihilating the bottom tower as well. So there you go. In the time it took us to take back the top tower, the enemy team takes out the middle and the bottom tower. We're now 6 shots to 2. Pretty brutal. We have to be really careful. If we lose this fight, we're going to lose the game. So the enemy team will take that final tower. They'll get all those free shots on the core where they'll just be able to defend. We won't be able to take them back, and we're going to have a horrible time. Popping the Rewind here for all that burst and burst CC on the Greymane. Greymane explodes. Goodbye, Greymane. Not sure where his teammates were for that, actually. They're a little bit slow in the rotation. I'm going in with the Avatar. Gonna tank this up. The heavy impact coming out once again. Cho'Gall in a little bit of a tough spot. Getting him now with the Thunderclap as well, slowing him down. Here comes the Stormbolt in. Thrall is destroying people to the side. The Sundering knocking Auriel away. She can't come in for this fight. Polymorph comes down, making Cho'Gall vulnerable, plus the burst damage from Chromie, and Cho'Gall explodes. Just out of range, though, of the Shadow Bolt Volley. I'm able to channel on this altar. This will be the final shots. Unfortunately, I'm typing in GG, and the freaking thing comes in from Cho'Gall, the dead Gall, getting that final little bit of value out of his level 20 trade talent. And there you go. There, finally, the GG. Zagara comes in for the final stall, but she gets taken out. GG, boys and gal. There you go. Sergeant Hammer suicides, I think, into their base. And that was pretty close. I mean, we were definitely winning for the whole thing, but the enemy team getting that double pick off up top lane, you could see that one little mistake almost cost us the game right there. if they had fought that better around that that altar, if they like fully engaged our team as Chromie and Thrall were sort of rushing to get back towards us, it could have been a very different game right there. It could have been a very, very different game. And again, if they had won that fight at those final couple of altars, I think they would have won the game. They take out the tower, they channel those 2 altars, get all of those tower shots, they get the boss if they want, then they just defend those towers as they're getting that free shot every few seconds. And I think they probably would have won, honestly. It's something like that. It's too hard to come back from it. It's kind of nuts. But there you go. There's the stats. 0 deaths. 0 deaths. Pretty epic. Always sad though when you get MVP and no one votes for you. I cried so much. But there's the talent build. Already gone over all that. Fairly standard enough Muradin build. Pretty solid. And there you go. It's a really nice game. A lot of fun jumping in with some really great players and giving it a blast, and then getting another great player. And yeah, you get some pretty cool stuff. You're just letting them know they're going to be on the YouTube channel. So hello to them if they're still watching. Anyway, give it a like if you like that game. Thought it was a pretty cool look at Muradin and some warrior things. So there you go. They're saying they're going to be famous. Anyway, I will see you all next time for some more Heroes of the Storm. Bye bye.